We've seen it happen countless times over the past few years. All-star professional athletes who are at the pinnacle of their respective sport fall from the pedestal after they admit to using performance-enhancing drugs. The NAIA doesn't have a drug testing policy. Instead, it allows each of its 258 member schools to determine what kind of drug testing policy, if any, it should put into place. Doane College does not currently have a drug testing policy in place, but according to Athletic Director Greg Heyer, that may change in the future.
We are currently looking at what provision in the athletic handbook that would authorize us to either randomly drug test or to test based on reasonable suspicion of use.
The science of drug testing is still developing and improving, but athletes who use dietary supplements like protein and creatine should also be aware of all the ingredients they put in their body. New supplement products have been known to hide performance-enhancing drugs, giving the athlete no chance of passing a drug test. To avoid any confusion, Doane must be able to define what drugs are and aren't illegal before it can implement a new policy.
Well, one problem that I see with testing for performance enhancing is until it becomes easier to define what is performance enhancing and what's not, you know, whatever policy you have has to me has to give fair warning to athletes that this is a banned substance or it's not. And that's currently a major problem because it's like the cheaters are always ahead of the policy.
Doane's current policy is to simply educate its athletes about the risks and rewards of supplements and drugs. No matter what Doane decides to do, head football coach Matt Franzen says he believes athletes should be educated about the trade-offs of supplements.
I think the basis has to be educational. I think there's two ways to do it. I think you can be very punitive and say we're going to test everybody for drugs, and if anything shows up, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to kick them off the teams and be very extreme with the results. The other way to go about it is to say we're going to go in and try and educate our students and our athletes to the dangers of drug use, and then depending on how we're going to administer the testing, we're going to have a plan that doesn't get rid of somebody. I think you can take somebody and throw them to the wolves, so to speak, for one mistake, and I don't think that's the right way to do it. I think everybody makes mistakes, and when it happens, there's a penalty, and I think if you can educate and use that as a learning opportunity, then they can come back and be better because of it.
For Doane Student Media, I'm Jason Luong.